The Spanish tragedy or Hieronymo is Mad Again is an Elizabethan tragedy written by Thomas Kidd between 1582 and 1592. This play established a new genre in English theatre, that is, revenge play or revenge tragedy. Here we are discussing main themes in the play, the Spanish tragedy, and we are dealing with the topics such as justice, love, and betrayal. Revenge is also an important theme in the play as the play deals with the topics like insanity, conflicts, procrastination, conspiracy, torture, onstage violence, and multiple murders. We have already made a video related to it, that is, the Spanish tragedy as a revenge play. So, if you want to watch it, check the description box. We will make the link of that particular video available there. So, coming to justice, justice is the highest law of the land. Without it, a country would fall into shame, and those who are preoccupied with society's position would have no basis to stand on. Therefore, those in power venerate justice. In the play, we can see that, despite of his grief and anger, Geronimo first seeks justice legally. He says, I will go plain me to my lord the king, and cry aloud for justice through the court. Iron court. And when his justice is denied there, he took revenge in his hands. Here he may consider himself as the agent of the divine vengeance that a just God must bring justice for his son's murderers. Isabella, the wife of Geronimo, committed suicide at the same garden where her son died, as also shows her cravings for getting justice for Horatio's death. She says, I God, murder cannot be hid. Time is the author of both truth and right, and time will bring this treachery to light. Iron God. In other words, Isabella implies that Horatio's murderers will be punished by God's judgment, or she will receive her justice. Don Andrea, along with revenge, come to the earth after his death as a cost, only for getting justice and to see the result of his revenge. Another character in the play, Bellimperia, also committed suicide only for getting her justice over her lover's death, just like Isabella's suicide. Bellimperia's servant, Petrogano, showed injustice to her as by agreeing to help Lorenzo to kill Horatio, even though Petrogano knows that his mistress is in love with Horatio and she will be devastated. Lorenzo's injustice through false promises, half truths, and betrayal is clear when he betrayed Petrogano and Cereberin, that is Balthasar's servant, even though both of these men helped Lorenzo to kill Horatio. Lorenzo tricks Cereberin and orders Petrogano to kill him, and after Lorenzo sets Petrogano up to be arrested, and then he refuses to help him to get a pardon. In another plot, Portuguese viceroy punishes Alexandro for injustice, but in reality, Alexandro was betrayed by Villupo, a fellow nobleman, for a chance to get glory and gifts from Portuguese court. So, in a nutshell, the play is totally filled with justice and injustice. Coming to betrayal as a theme, in the very beginning of the play itself, Lorenzo is betrayed. Lorenzo betrayed the truth in order to get glory and recognition. That is, after the war with Portugal, when Horatio and Lorenzo return to Spain with Balthasar as a prisoner, Lorenzo betrays Horatio and tells the king of Spain that he was the one to apprehend the enemy's son, even though it was Horatio who really captured Balthasar. He did this as he expected gifts and money from the king. Then, Bilimperia's servant Petrogano betrayed his mistress as by agreeing to help Lorenzo to kill Horatio, even though Petrogano knows that his mistress is in love with Horatio and she will be devastated. but Lorenzo later betrays Petrigano and Cerebrine. That is, Cerebrine is the Balthasar's servant, even though both of these men helped Lorenzo to kill Horatio. Lorenzo tricks Cerebrine and orders Petrigano to kill him, and after Lorenzo sets Petrigano up to arrest. At the end of the play, Pillimperia betrays both Lorenzo and Balthasar, that are her brother and the man she is supposed to marry, through the play within the play, and she killed Balthasar in order to get justice over Don Andrea's death. Even Hieronymo also betrayed some characters at the end. He betrayed his country when he killed the Duke of Castile, an innocent man, and the brother of the king. In Portuguese court, we can view the false accusation and betrayal of Filippo against Alexandro only for getting money and prizes from the viceroy. So, as a revenge play, the Spanish tragedy deals with the theme of betrayal, and Thomas Kidd indicates that how tragic will be the after effects of betrayals and cheatings. Coming to love as a theme, we can see romantic relationship of Bellimperia with Don Andrea and Horatio. Also, there is a strong family love is portrayed in the play, that is Hieronymus and Isabella's deep affection towards their son Horatio. Also, the strong friendship of Don Andrea and Horatio is visible in the play. These all deep affection and love made the characters to do revenge against the murderers of their loved ones. When Don Andrea was in the underground world, the world recognized him as the one who, I quote, both lived and died in love. Iron quote. It shows that Don Andrea is deeply in love with Bellimperia, the doctor of the Duke of Castile, and even after his death, his ghost still loves her so madly. Bellimperia's love for Don Andrea leads her to desire revenge against Balthasar, and also Balthasar revenges himself against Horatio because he loves Bellimperia. Bellimperia's love towards Horatio is mainly because Horatio showed his genuine friendship and bond towards Don Andrea till his last breath, and he even captured Don Andrea's murderer, that is Balthasar. While love is frequently depicted as beautiful and honorable, it also causes the protagonists enormous suffering and grief, leading them to extremes like as murder and suicide. Isabella goes insane in her room before stabbing herself to death at the same site where Horatio was hanged. Bellimperia does not go insane in the same way as Isabella does, but she does commit suicide at the end of the play. So Bellimperia, Isabella, and Hieronymo killed themselves at the end of the play mainly because of their love they had and the revenge which rooted from their love. So, through the play, Thomas Kidd shows that love can be frustrating and destructive. The love that Hieronymo especially has for his son drives most of the plot of the play, culminating in a revenge play within a play that ends in tragedy.